This is TWiT.
So let's talk about Dick Costolo. You got in a... I don't know what... You are champion of the disenfranchised all of a sudden.
Not really. It's really simple. It's we're all like, we want everybody to have a fair shot. I don't think there's anything complicated to it. And I've known Dick a dozen years, more than that, since he had a startup back in '99 called Spy On It. Which few old-timers will remember. And what it did is it would send you an instant message when your favorite website updated, if that sounds familiar.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
It was a great startup based out of Chicago. Of course, the dot-coms collapsed back in 2000, 2001, and they ended up selling to some enterprise company. But that was where we connected. A lot of early blogs. I remember Boing Boing used to have a Spy On It button. Follow us on Spy On It, and you'll get an AOL Instant Messenger update when when we update. So that was cool, and that was where we connected. And I've known Dick a long time, and other folks on the Twitter board, Ev Williams, other folks like that. And I think they are and have been working earnestly to get women on the board. So and then there's a New York Times story about, hey, they don't have any women on the board, and I think the majority of Twitter users are women, so that makes sense. So there's nothing complicated about that.
The New York Times story quoted an academic, Vivek Wadhwa, saying Twitter's imbalance was elite arrogance and the same male chauvinistic thinking that permeates Silicon Valley. Dick Costolo's response was, Vivek Wadhwa is the carrot top of academic sources.
Yeah, and I think Vivek is a firebrand, and I think anytime you're an advocate, you need somebody who's going to be all in, just the radical kind of pounding their fist, and I think Vivek is that guy, and I appreciate him doing it. And it's sort of like, if you're all going to be billionaires anyway, you can take a little bit of criticism. What I was surprised by, knowing Dick a long time, was that he would go with the sort of Vivek is carrot top, because either the criticism's legitimate or it's not, but I don't like that guy is sort of unrelated to the concept of, well, does it make sense to have a woman on the board of Twitter?
So you tweeted, sorely disappointed to see Dick respond defensively to criticisms of industry sexism. Why not just lead, as Twitter does on free speech? And that's true. They've really led on that.
They're great on free speech. They're great on patents. They're great on a whole bunch of other issues. I think they've got incredible women who are executives at the company, like a Katie Stanton, who heads up international, or Chloe Sladden, who heads up media there. Incredible. So, the company's good at this overall. And it's just you don't need to be defensive about this. I think if
Costolo responded to you, he says I was making fun. Costolo was a comedian. I didn't know this until
that's why I believe he
was a stand-up comic.
Yeah. He thought that this was hilarious to use a Carrot Top reference, because most comics think very lowly of Carrot Top.
People forget, I think a lot in Twitter, they use Twitter in a little slapdash offhand fashion, even its own CEO, and they forget that everybody's watching.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the kind of thing you'd say maybe on a panel like this.
Right, where nobody's watching, apparently.
Well, where you can also get the context. No, where you can get the context, right?
Yeah.
Well, it is different, too, where I think that if Dick had said that to me, I would have gotten it as funny because we know each other a long time. I don't think he knows Vivek personally. I don't know, but I don't think he does. And certainly, Dick is really funny. He's not a little bit funny. He's professional grade funny. He was on Second City with, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey and, folks that are household names. So, he was real funny.
Why did he give up the career to run this company?
I bet he probably makes a little more money than those folks.
Yeah. Interesting idea.
Yeah. Also,
if I could make people laugh, I would never run a company.
Yeah, well, that'll be the day.
Aren't you doing both?